Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Good evening, everyone. My name is Lhey Ralston. I'm also known as Mommy Lhey Designs on the internet. And I'm here together with Pink and Maine to do a little bit of crafting with all of you. Hello, everyone. Let me pull out our comments. So a little bit of admin stuff. If you are watching on Facebook and also on YouTube, I'd love to know where you're watching this live from. And also, please don't forget to hit that like button. It helps us with the algorithm. And also, if you aren't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Make sure to subscribe, okay? All right, so this evening, we're going to play with a little bit of pixie dust. Hello, everybody. Good evening. And this is part of the brand new release, April brand new release. It's a 6x6 set. And so I'd like to look at this brand new set with all of you. Hello, Susan. Hi, Tony. Hi, Becky. Howdy from Texas. Hello, Suzanne's watching from Florida. We have Kentucky. Hello, hello, hello. All right, so let me see if I can play around with our Zoom so that I can look at this set with you guys. All right, here we go. Ooh, we are getting a little bit of glare. So we have 4 fairies in here. They are so cute. Oh my goodness. So one, we have long hair. We have like 2 buns, super cute. We have a messy bun, like a donut bun. I have that hairstyle because I'm so lazy to do my hair. Then we have a little short hair fairy like this. Oh, I don't like that glare. So cute. And then you have a little bit of cute images in here to create and build a scene. So you have some clouds, you have some stars over here, and you have some mini tiny flowers and another flower in there, and then another flower in here. And then you have this one beautiful flower in here to create your scene. I love it. And then you have sentiments in here that says, all you need is faith and a little pixie dust. This one says, thank you very much. And then wishing you well. Isn't it so cute, Mary? It's so adorable. This set is super cute. So I did a little bit of prep because I am slowly getting the hang of this live. So please bear with me. And also that set is, it has a corresponding die set. So this one is the Pixie Dust dies, which is, I didn't do it, but I did pre-stamp my image. So that will save us a little bit of time. I'm just going to get this one ready. So when we're ready to cut our images, so I'll have that on the side, set aside. And then these are our cute images. I use some VersaFine, and then I use the clear embossing ink to emboss it because we're going to be doing some watercolors tonight. So I stamped it in my favorite watercolor paper, the one that I was talking about last week, the one I got from Michael's. And so I have 3 different fairies, 2 clouds. I might not use the cloud. I might not use the flower, but just in case I need them, I wanted them there. So that's already embossed and stamped. And then for our card base, I have an A2 size. And also this is part of the brand new release. This is called the Layered Scallops A2 Rectangle Dies. So this is what you can create. So you have a scalloped in 2 different sizes if you want a much smaller one, and then there's a larger one that fits the A2 perfectly. You have 3 hearts, You have the word hi in big, bold, and alpha, and then hi, friend, and then there. So you have the word there, there, and then friend, and then three different hearts. And so you also have rectangle stitched ones that you can use. And I have cut mine. Instead of using two colors, right? So instead of using two colors, I really want to minimize the background, the colors. I don't want too busy background. So I just cut two cardstocks, but the same colored one. And now we're just going to glue that later on. And this is my A2, my base, like this. I also use the rectangle stitched one, but I want to emboss this one using the new embossing folder, one with the tiny clouds. This one is the Cloudy Day embossing folder. It's so adorable. So you have tiny, cute little clouds in here. I love that it's small because it's going to be perfect. And so we're going to emboss this one later like that. Okay, so I'll set that one aside. We're going to do a little bit of coloring. So I'll set this one. Also, I have all the links included in the description if you'd like to check out all the supplies that I'm going to use today. For the watercolor brushes, I have 3 different brushes in here. I have number 4, number 2, and a very tiny detail brush because, of course, we're going to stamp in very, tiny images here. And so we have that. And then this set is from King Art. Very inexpensive watercolor. And I love that I have all the colors. I know that with watercolors, you can blend and make your own colors. But come on, let's admit that I'm not always that enthusiastic about my blending. So I love that there's a lot of color options in here that I can just dip and then color whatever it is that I need to color. Hello, Rosario. Hi, Carmen. Hello, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so that one's from King Art. And then what else do we have? I have my tapes, and then I have my enamel dots, just in case we want some enamel dots later. I'm going to pull and find this just in case I need it. I'm going to make sure that I have my foam tape. I have scissor. I have my embossing folder. We're all good. How's everyone doing this evening? How's everybody? Did you guys order anything from the April release? I hope you do, because this release is just so cute and to die for. Everything is just to die for. So I'll have my base, all my card on the side. I don't want to get it colored and messy and wet. So I'll have this one zoomed in so we can really see our little fairies in here. Like what I said, I stamped in 3. I may not use all of it, but just in case. All right. One thing I didn't do is to get a paper towel. Excuse me. Paper towel. And then I'm going to spray my watercolors just to activate the pigments. So I know I'm not going to need all the colors, but since I'm spraying anyways. So just kind of started the pigments to activate already, so it's not going to be hard to pick up those colors later. All right, so color. I have blue as my base, the sky blue in here. So I want to bring in some warmth. So maybe some oranges in here. And then light blue for my wings. So I'm going to use the number 2. I'm going to wet my brush. All right. Oh, Carmen said that she spent all her allotment budget for the month for the water brushes and water gems. I don't blame you, because the water gems are so much fun. And I was thinking next week we can do a little bit of mixed media with the new water gems, the watercolors. I think we should try and do that. I think it's going to be a whole lot of fun. See, I love the set because it already has like a peach tone for the skin. So I'm going to start with my skin. So I'm picking up the colors directly, and then I'm going to concentrate. Do I need to zoom in just a little bit more? Maybe I can just a little bit more. There we go. Let's adjust the brightness a little bit. There. There. Make one. Oh, yeah. One redhead. That's going to be cute. Start with that. Then I'm going to. This is the color apricot. Color that in. This is just a first wash. We can always add more later. I'm going to grab some paper towel. I like having the paper towel on one hand. So kind of like I take out some of the excess water if I have to, just easy like that. Let me move my water here so we don't have any accident. So clean my brush. This is a number 2 brush. Then I'm going to clean. And then let's choose this one here. Let's do one like light brown. I'm going to do this one light brown. And then I'm going to I want to color it with green, kind of like a Tinkerbell. And then the other one will have a blue. Is this all hair? I cannot tell. Yep, all hair, right? Or there's a headband here. I'm just going to pretend it's all hair. This is almost like a redhead too. This color. What color is this? This is the burnt ochre. Oh, okay. So remember with watercolors, if you feel like, oh, I added too much color, then dip your brush in the water and just kind of like clean it like this, right? And then dip in, pick up some of those color, and then like that. So I want to start the base really, really light first, because then we can add contrast later on for the second layer. I'm just going to add this. Watercolor is super. There's like a lot of pigments in here. Very rich in pigment. Now, I don't know the light fastness of this one. I don't know how the colors will fade over time. I don't know a whole lot about these products, but to me, this is going to work. All right. The watercolor pan is from King Art. I'm sorry, I thought it was there. So it's from King Art. I got it from Amazon. I love it. So I'm going to take out some of that skin. We got to have some pale skin in here. So even if you applied it, remember we applied the skin first, but if you feel like you still added too much color in there, you can still reactivate that. And that's what I love about watercolors, is that you can easily erase, add, and all that fun jazz. Okay, so what should we color the dress? I want a Tinkerbell. Is this going to be the Tinkerbell? Let's look at the colors together. We have some bright pinks in here. Like, that's really bright, even in real life, not just my camera. So we have some greens and mint. I love this mint color in here. That's so pretty. These are the swatches. But I don't have a swatch in my watercolor paper yet. But I'm thinking that it's going to be very similar. I love that bright pink. I think I'm going to do a pink and green. That's what I'm going to do with their dress. Oh, yes, don't forget the ears. Thank you so much. I always do that. Okay. Add it. Thank you. I almost forgot that. I almost missed that part. Okay. All right. I think I want her dress to be green. She's the one that's going to be wearing a green dress. So I'm going to use the apple green. This one. And I'm going to apply this one really washed. That means a lot of water, not a whole lot of pigment. And then we're going to add details later on once that's dry. So we're going to let that dry first before we add any more details. And I think I'm going to color her shoes green also. Like that. That's why when you're coloring stamped images, it's really important to get a very tiny brush or just use a marker, because my tendency to pick up too much pigment is 9 out of 10. And that's the sad truth. All right. And so for my wings, I think I'm going to go with a little bit of that red tint to it. No, I don't want it to look like Christmas though. So I'm going to go for a darker green this time. Let's see how that works. So almost like, of course, they're nature fairies, but if you think about Tinkerbell, they have different powers, right? One with water, with air. So this one, she's the one that deals with the plants. And the other one's going to be the one that deals with a lot of, the pink one will deal with, I don't know, we're going to come up with a story. I love coming up with stories when I'm coloring and all this. It's always fun. So maybe she's the one that's going to take care of animals. Here. This is really rich in color, so really rich. And I think I'm going to make her dress darker because I want her dress to pop. So I'm going to use a different shade of green. This is the kiwi color. And so instead of light, I'm going to see what it looks like. Yeah, I want this one to pop. Now, if you're having trouble moving around your watercolor, that means you need a little bit more water. See that one? It's dry. So we need a little bit of water in there to move those pigments around. Just like that. I like that. Perfect. I'm going to grab some yellow for my star. I know I can use some markers to color in, but there's something about dipping in the watercolor and then coloring in. There's really something about it. Then I'm going to grab some red for her hair. Oh, I'm going to grab actually the color berry. I'm going to color her hair. So this time I want to add a little bit of that details now. Coming in from the center. Just like that. I don't want my brush too wet because I want to have some details in here. So if it's too wet, just dab it in your paper towel. Grab more color. Because when there's too much water, it's hard to manipulate the flow of the colors. There. I like that. Thank you so much, Sherry. You know, my daughter did my nails the other day. She has this complete set of gel nails, you know, and all that stuff because she loves doing her nails. And so I support her. If I can buy a lot of stamps for my card making, she can buy stuff for her nails too, right? And plus, it's so much cheaper than taking hair to the nail salon. She does it so well. I want to show it off to you guys. Look at that. So she did that. So it's all gel. And plus, it gives us time to kind of just watch a show and then chit chat and then talk. It's always such a fun bonding moment. There we go. Speaking of that, she's turning 13 next month. Ugh, it's crazy. Thank you. I will let her know. I will let her know that you guys think it's lovely. I did my Michael's class earlier and somebody pointed that out too. And so I told her that that made her smile big. She was like, "Oh, thank you." All right. She's so cute. She's not looking like a Christmas fairy, right? Because of Christmas green and red. But those are complementary colors. Those are so pretty together. You can't beat these colors. And I want to add a little bit of that red to that a little bit of her color. That's the problem about little tiny stamped images. Sometimes it's hard to color them. There. And then I think I'm just going to add some details inside her wing. And so I'm going to use this one. Maybe like, I don't know, maybe add some strokes inside. It's almost like complementary colors, but monochromatic too, with all the different shades and values of green in there. I think she looks cute. All right, I'm going to, oh, we need some blush on. So I'm going to use the color Coral for her blush. Ooh, this one I'm going to take my time, all right, because I don't want to ruin her cheeks. It's so cute. Here we go. I think I want to add a little bit of orange. That's such too bright yellow for me. So I'm just going to add just a hint of orange just so we can have a little bit of contrast in here. Just a little bit. And then blend it. This watercolor set is almost like a gouache because it's just so bright. The colors are so rich too and so pigmented. So pretty. All right. I want to use some of my shimmer pens. See, I have some of my Spectrum. And so while it's still wet, I'm going to add a little bit of that sparkle. So this one is the green. I don't know how much it's going to change the color. So I'm going to add on this part right here. Because there's a tint of color in here. This is not just clear. There's that tint. So I want it there. I think I'm going to go for her shoes too. So see, it changed that. It added a little bit of deep green to it. So we're just going to grab for that transparent one. I'm going to go inside her wings and just add some glitter and shimmer. She's a fairy. She needs a little bit of that fairy dust. Here we go. And I'm going to use our yellow for the wand. This might change it. Yep, very bright. Okay. So I guess we could have just went directly and not colored it. Let's see what it looks like. I don't know if we can see the shimmer. The camera's not picking it up, but there's a bit of that shimmer in there. I want to add a little bit more to her dress. So I'm just going to clean that brush and make sure I don't have some of that yellow or anything. So this is just the glitter one, no color. It's so pretty already. While it's still wet, I think there we go. Can you see it a little? It's so pretty. Okay. Clean that brush. Now let's color our other one. This one, she's going to have a pink dress. She's going to have a darker skin, probably my tone. Ooh, that's a little too much on the warmth side, but you know what? We're going to go for it. Oh, I'm using the same burnt ochre. That's why. So let me grab a little bit more warmth. I'm going to go for the chocolate color. I'm going to add some dark brown to this. I'm going to add some dark brown. This is me. Oops. Yes, it does have the corresponding die set, Carmen. It does. There. I am not going to forget the ears this time. Thanks, guys. There. So this one is the chocolate. Go in there, clean my brush, and then move the colors around. There. That's a perfect color. Don't forget the little tiny neck. I'm going to go a little bit here too. And just clean that. And I'm going to let that dry before I add any blush to it or anything like that. May wish list. All right. Okay, so this one, I want her to have that bright pink wings. So that's what we're going to use. And I'm going to concentrate in the middle first, and then I'm going to push all the pigments like that, going towards the top. So even here, I'm going to start there. So I can add a little bit of magenta color, just so we can have two shades of pink in here while it's still wet, okay? So I'm just adding a different value. And then I'm going to pick up some water now, tap the excess, and then just working here towards that top. Yeah. Same, going to dip in the water, start where your pigments are, and then push those colors. Basically, you're pushing them. There we go. And then let that dry before you add any more details to that. Okay. So this time I want a bright yellow hair. Go in. Just that. This one is the color Dandelion. Isn't that so pretty? So pretty. So bright and rich. Like that. So maybe to have a little bit of harmony in here, I want to make her dress more into that warmth also, which is kind of like, I don't know. Okay, guys, apologize. Let me just think a little bit how I want this. Maybe lilac. Let's go for the lilac color. The purple and yellow, complementary. Oop, too much water. See that? When you have too much water, pick it up, pick up, and then move. So I'm going to pick up more color. Just like that. Picking up a little bit of that water. Yeah, that pink and the purple and yellow. That's complementary. Picking up a little bit of water to move things around. Now, when you're coloring, we're all so different, you know. Some people will feel, you know, it's more natural for them when the stroke is kind of like going away from their body. So when they're writing or coloring away from them, the stroke going up. For me, I feel it feels more natural when I'm pushing down than pulling up. Does that make sense? So it's just all about that. Find what feels more natural to you. Some feel like more natural doing this. I feel like I have better control when I am moving towards me. There. I'm going to add a little bit more color there, a darker shade of purple, but I'm going to wait till that dry. I'm going to pick up the same bright pink for her shoes, and then we're going to color the flower that she's holding, the same dandelion color that I used for her hair. So having a limited of that color going around, even though the colors are very bright, what it does is that it creates harmony with, with everything. So it's still, even though it's bright, it's still pleasing to the eyes. So I'll add a little bit of contrast, a little bit of detail to her hair. And notice that I didn't have to switch my brush. I'm still using the same number 2, right? So I didn't change it. I didn't have to change it. It just depends on the water. So it depends on the water, how much water you're using. That's where it becomes a little problematic. Because sometimes when I add too much water, that's when I get some issues. See, this is already looking too orange for me. I'm going to bring in some of that yellow later on, but I'm just going to add a little bit of contrast first. You can always pick some of those colors later. I'm going to add a little bit here. I can also make her hair just a little bit pink, but we'll work with this first. All right. Picking up some of those colors. They're too bright. This watercolor, I haven't used this for a very long time. I forgot how pigmented the colors are. It's crazy. It's like gouache. Woo. Can I use white to lighten this? That is bright, 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 bright. Clean that up. Cleaning it. So what I did was just added some water, and then now slowly just picking up some of the colors and cleaning it here in my paper towel on the side. So again, I'm going to pick up some water, reactivating the pigments, picking up some of the colors, and then dabbing it in my paper towel. There. Because they're almost the same color now if I leave the orange there. It's not going to be yellow anymore. There. Some of this again. All right, I'm adding some of the lemon yellow. The lemon yellow is a much brighter yellow. Let's see that. That's very bright yellow. Perfect. But by pulling and pushing some of those orange pigments to the sides, it almost created like a natural shadow for the hair too. See that? So what I did is I just pushed some of the pigments almost close to the line art, and that is why it's so easy, much, much easier to color, to do watercolors when your image is embossed. So that's why if I didn't have the embossed here, it's going to be it's going to be a mess because that's going to be all over the place. I promise you. But because the image is slightly raised because of that embossing powder, it makes it so much easier to manipulate the coloring the image. So now I'm using a darker, so that one's a violet. I might go in and use the purple one. So the purple is darker. I need to wet it a little bit more. That one's not wet enough. Bring in. And then it's going to go lighter as I go down. So I'm just going to add just a little bit more over here. And then I'm going to clean my brush, tap it, and then just add some water there to have a clean gradient. like that. There. Yeah, Carmen, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Yes, I work the same way. All right, so I'm going to go back with the wings. I'm just going to add some details to that border. I'm going to use the color magenta. See how it works? Again, this is how we learn, is that if we try things, see what works, what doesn't work. All right, I like it. So I'm going to go for it. There. Rosario said, I use watercolor pencils. Watercolors and I are not friends. That's okay. I understand that. What's your favorite brand of color pencils? I'm going to go here and add some yellow to our flower. Okay. And I think I'm going to add some pink to her little tiny color. I love color pencils too because you can really be certain about how much color you want. That's what I love about using markers and color pencils. Now I'm gonna go very bright with her blush, so I'm going in with the same bright pink. Okay, I'm gonna go real slow in this one because like that. I can feel that my brush needs a little bit of water, but I'm afraid. I'm just gonna tap it like super tap. There was like a moment of silence. I'm gonna add a little bit of that for her nose also. All right. I like it. It's so cute. Sargent. Oh, Prismacolor. The Prismacolor. Prismacolor. You say watercolor pencils or just watercolors? Or mean pencils? I don't think I've used the Sargent. I have to try that. So I'm just going to go dry it just real fast because I want to add some glitter to it also because she needs some shimmer in her life. Like that. Sorry about that. Tap the mic. And then I'm going to add in some in her wings here also. Choose all the pink first. All right. Then as you can see, there's like a tint of pink in my brush. I'm going to clean that up. Even though this one is purple, might be okay, but you never know sometimes. Okay. I think this is good. I think we're good with our girls. They're so adorable. Oh my goodness. I want to add a little bit of touch of white. So I was thinking if I wanted to add a little bit more glitter to it. I have some metallic markers. I'm going to add some detail inside her wings. I think I'm going to add some white dots. Then we're done, I promise. I'm having fun. There. You can add some stripes inside their dresses, some like simple patterns. So I want to add some dots. So space them out. Just like that. Maybe have one here. Like that. Let me add one for highlights. that for her shoes. I'm going to do the same. So maybe we can add some stripes inside her dress. Hi. And maybe some here. Also, some on her shoes as well. I think we're all good. Look at that. Okay, so I'm going to put this away. We're going to emboss our card first. Now let's cut our little girls first. I'm going to set aside my brushes. They're all clean. So we have a corresponding die set, and I have to find it. Where is it at? There it is. This is the one. So let's zoom that out just a little bit because we're almost done. We're going to put together. Okay. I want the sentiment high, but I need a color for that one, which I didn't grab. And I have some in here. Excuse me. Can you guys see my gray hair? I apologize. Oh my grays. So here we have a bright yellow. It was on the other side of my desk, so we're gonna have a yellow in there. I think the yellow and the blue are gonna look good. Okay. Did you guys staring at my gray hair? Goodness gracious, sorry. So I'm gonna pick. Oh God, I do this all the time. Lhey, find the right dice. This is like a puzzle. That one. Okay, that one is side. 2 is side view. This one is that. Yay, did it. Okay, here we go. Put some washi tape to it because I'm never the best at lining this up. I am going to be honest with you on that. All right, here. I think I got it. I always have it like one has a bit more border on the other side, the other one. And I always feel like I'm trying my best, but it's always funky. Let's see. See, I did that. Here we go. Can you guys believe it is Thursday again tomorrow? My gosh. And then Friday, and then Monday again. Time flies. Time is so fast. What did I say? What did I say? I told you, look, I have more border on the bottom part. But they're so cute. Look at all these cute fairies. Oh my gosh. They're so cute. They're just so darling. Oh my gosh. All right. And then we are going to grab our embossing folder, the new one. And then I'm going to position it where I can get the clouds like this. I think this one's going to be okay. Okay, what's the magic trick? Guys, help me out. One. Is it one plastic? I think. Let's try it. So next week, next Wednesday, I was thinking that we can do a little bit of mixed media with the new watercolor gems, water gems. It's going to be so cute with my fairies. Oh my gosh, look. So you have this embossed little tiny cloud details in there. Oh, they're going to be so cute. Okay, I have that. I have that. I have the embossed folder. Set that aside. This one. And then I want to... No, we're going to need a little bit of this one for the word hi. That is part of this new set. So set that aside. I'm just going to cut in a bit of a cardstock in here. So if you ordered anything from the April release, what are you most excited about? So all I need is a little bit there. And let's use the word hi. It's going to be so cute. And then I am going to add some enamel dots or accents, but that's it, really. Ugh, I should have. You know, when you're trying to hurry, then it tends to be more step. It's always that case. It seems like it's always the case, especially when I'm doing live. I feel like I do all these things flawlessly when I'm not doing live. But when I'm doing live, nothing seems to be working fine. Hey. All right. I have so much more stamps to show you guys. All the cute sets. Oh gosh, the adorable, the chicken, the bugs, the new bears. Everything is so cute. I have been enjoying playing with them very much so. Okay. Thank you so much, Sizzix. We're going to grab our sentiment high in here. This one. That. Okay. So we have this. We have that. Definitely going to use a foam tape for that one. And then we have our scalloped also. This one. So for the scalloped, if you go one side, you're going to have one corner, or actually two corners without any scallops. That's why you need two. And if you want to use just the same color, that's okay. If you want to use two different colors, then that's how it works. Then you can use two different cardstocks like that. But I'm going to use the same color. We're just going to use the same blue. I'm just going to tape it. Okay. Maybe I should do it this way just to see my corner. Make sure it's all lined up. Just like that. Like that. And then we're going to tape this one. Okay, guys. I have to. Did I get it? I love this Tombow because I have a little bit of time, wiggle time, when I know I make a mistake. A little bit more. You have time to make adjustments. I still think I didn't get it, but you know what? The heck? That's good enough. Good enough for me. It's good enough for you. All right, then we're going to add our emboss. Oh, look at how adorable that is. Oh, so cute. That is so cute. Do I want to raise this higher? I think I do. So we're going to add some foam tapes because, come on, it's going to be much cuter. I'm going to do 4 corners. I forgot how easy it is to peel this, but I don't need any scissor whatsoever. That. I'm going to add some in the middle and then the bottom part. Okay. Oops. Grab that. There we go. Peel, peel. I love card making. It's just so relaxing. Every time I send a card to someone, it just feels more special. Did you make that card? Yes, I did. It just makes it even more better. This is so precious. I love it. That was a good call. I'm glad I did that. I'm so happy it's raised. Even though I know I could have adjusted my border a little bit more up, I'm not even going to dare do that. But we're good with that. And then I want this to be in the middle. High. This. Now the choice is where. I think I need to set my word higher. I need to set it higher. I'm going to use this foam tapes, tiny ones, so that I can kind of like tuck in a little bit of my fairy inside the word. Just going to do that. And a little bit more on top of that H. I'll just cut this one. Oops, too big. This one, just perfect. Okay, so it is going to be so cute. Can you guys see it already? I can see it already. And then I have some enamel dots in here. I'm going to use some of the purple ones from the new set, from the new release. It's so pretty. I don't know if I want it. I definitely want it in the middle. I cannot see if it's in the middle. Like that. Ah! It's so cute already. And it's so simple too. I love it when it's like this. So easy. I spent a lot of time coloring, but I do enjoy that part, the process of that, so I'm okay with that. Word high. Add a little bit to my dot. It's not a letter O, Lhey. It kind of looks like a letter O. There. Here we go. And this is the enamel dots. See that tiny yellow and also some of that light lilac color? That's going to be perfect. That's what we're going to use. But yeah, this is the pixie dust. It's like spreading magic. Whomever is going to receive this card is going to have a big smile on their face. You can set this one higher. This is my problem. I want to use both of it, but I might not be able to. What do you guys think? I think one. Like, how about one is inside? Like that. Yeah, definitely. For sure. Because I want to use both of my fairies. So I'm going to make this one flat, and the other fairy is going to set slightly higher. Yep, going to tuck her inside in between that H and I, like that. And then this one, we're going to add some foam adhesive to it. The bottom especially. So that one will sit higher. And this one will just go do that. So I'm just going to add some tape on this top part. Oops. Like that. Ah! It's so cute. Oh my gosh, it's so darling. It's just so darling. I don't even know if I need enamel dots. Yes, I need enamel dots. Instead of the lilac, I think I'm going to use a little bit of that blue. Of course I need enamel dots, Lhey. Are you kidding me? I'm going to use a little bit of blue. I don't know where my tweezers are, my sticker tweezers. They're there when you don't need them. If you need them, they're always gone. It's always the case. I think I'm going to stick with blue. Yeah, blue only. Because it's like, even though it has a different shade than the blue that we used, it's just a little nice. It's there, but it's not there. It's so pretty. One more, I think. You can add some glossy accents, a little bit more glitter if you'd like. But this is our card for tonight. I think it's so darn cute. It's so adorable. I'm just going to add a little bit of that white gel pen to my letters. This one and that one. A little bit of that highlight there. But I'm all good. This is it! It is so cute, you guys. So this is the Pixie die set, the corresponding die set. And then don't forget that we have the layered scallop, the A2 rectangle dies. I feel like that's going to be used a whole lot. And then we have our embossed Cloudy Day embossed folder. So all of these are now available on the website. I hope that you guys enjoyed this craft with me. This was so much fun. I'm so glad the colors match everything, because sometimes I have some tendency to kind of like use a different base, but this is perfection. I love this one. I'm super happy with this. Thank you so much for joining in. Make sure to check out the new releases at pinkandmain.com. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the rest of your night. God bless you all. Until next Wednesday. Thank guys. Bye.